Okay. Okay, here we've got another picture of the first Leona that you built, and I wanted you to talk for just a minute about why they had a limit on seiner size, what the history of that was.
Well, and I wish I could double check on the date. I don't know when it happened, but there was quite a fleet of boats in California, sardine seiners, and the such that could have done a really good job in Alaska mopping up Alaska's resource. But the most of the Alaska villages and Alaska residents, local people, didn't have the big evolved seiners that existed in the sardine fisheries, and they had the total capability of being fantastic salmon seiners for big intercept fisheries like False Pass.
And these are big, giant boats.
They were big. They're 70, 80-foot seiners that were primarily designed for sardines in California and
So were they actually
south of Santa Cruz, California, Monterey area.
Were they taking over the fisheries?
Well,
the locals.
They could have. So the threat of all these boats coming up from down south and kind of corking everybody that was lived locally there in Alaska, was great, and some politician made a proposal anyway. So they set the limit at 58 feet. But heck, none of us even came close to having boats that were 58 feet. I mean, when I built this boat, it was a 47-footer, and 58 was like, that's just way too big for anything we would want to do, and too deep a draft, et cetera, et cetera. So, so the 58-foot limit seemed like a goal that we were never going to reach. Nobody was ever going to build a boat 58 feet. What in the world would you do with a big boat like that? And then, and I know there were probably a few in Southeast, but I was Kodiak training in that area. But now, as things have evolved, I don't know if we can give credit to management, but we've had big seasons, huge seasons, 2013, 2015 in Southeast Alaska. Big seasons in Kodiak, big seasons in Prince William Sound, fish hatcheries, all these things. Suddenly, there have been, anyway, more fish to catch. And strangely enough, every time I build a bigger boat, I would load it the first season and think, gee, wished I could have packed just a few more fish.